Hey guys, welcome back to Matlock WK's Toy Room Reviews. As you can see, what figure I'm going to review right here is something I've really wanted for a long time. I just posted my kind of 2011 want list last Tuesday, and I got to give a big shout out to my boy KJ Hulk for sending me the whereabouts of this figure, where I could pick this up. I got a pretty good deal on this guy, and yeah, I'm just really stoked to have this guy. This guy's awesome. As you can see, this is the Hulk Classics Smart Hulk. Very cool. He's got a Gamma Sound weapon. Very cool figure. I'm really wanting to get a hold of all the Hulk Classics. This is actually my first and the only one I have right now. If anybody has an extra one that they'd like to part with, definitely send me a message. So Joe Fixit, which I really want to get. Very awesome. And this is made by Toy Biz in 2004. So very cool. So let's take a quick break and we'll get him out of the package. Alright guys, we're back with the very badass Smart Hulk. First off, he comes with a couple accessories, pretty cool. For his gun, he has the ammo belt, which is actually kind of hard. I mean, it bends, but it might have been cooler if it was a little more softer rubber so it could bend easier. And his gun, which I'll show a little bit in just a second, but yeah, it fits in the gun like that, but it just kind of sticks out straight. But I think if it was softer rubber, it might be cool. You can bend it, just worry about snapping it. But very cool. And his gun, which is actually very nice. It's a little battery compartment. Out of the package, this guy, the batteries were dead, they wouldn't work, so I opened it up and they actually corroded. But I happen to have some other ones and put them in and it works. So there's a button right there on the side. You push it. Would have been cool if it had like a green light or something, but pretty cool. And it does like fold up. Not exactly sure why, but it does. But pretty cool. So you can kind of manipulate the handle how you want. And there's a peg on the handle, and there's actually a peg hole in his hand for that, which is pretty awesome. And he also comes with one more accessory, which is his glasses, which I almost would prefer if they would have just molded these on. I know a lot of people would probably complain about that though. But for me, it's just something that I'd rather have on the figure, and it's super easy to lose these. I wanted to keep the band on, like it comes in the package with a little rubber band that holds this on, and that just kind of popped off when I opened up the package, so I wasn't able to keep the band on it. Not that big of a deal. I haven't tried to see how easy it is to keep on his face or not, so we'll try that right now just to figure that out. So yeah, it sits on his face fairly well. Kind of hangs over his ears a little bit. Doesn't fall off real easily. It's very nice. So definitely cool. No complaints by me on that. Very sick. I definitely like the gun. The sound feature's not, you know, not a necessity for me, but pretty cool to add on. And just really stoked about this figure. One thing I had a problem with when I pulled it out of the package was the arms were really sticky. And at first I didn't know what it was, but it was actually lubricant. It wasn't really all over the body, it was just on the arms. After I gave it a wipe off, it's good. But one positive thing of that is he's not all locked up like a lot of the figures you get. The older Toy Biz figures you'll get, they'll be all just tight and locked up on you. So I don't have that issue with him. But definitely a problem with the lubricant. You know, it's happened to me a couple times before, so I kind of knew what it was anyway. But just, you know, for reference, if you guys are buying some of the older Toy Biz stuff, some of the figures were lubricated and some weren't. Not exactly sure why some were and some weren't, but you know, definitely had a couple that had that issue. But just sick detail. Love the pants. Got a really cool looking belt on. The brown pants. He's actually wearing shoes, which is awesome. He's got some black boots on. Just a sick figure. The black beater on. I really love the Smart Hulk head sculpt. I've just always been a fan of this look. He looks really cool. It's very awesome. Size for this guy, he is just right under 8 inches tall. So definitely, you know, a nice size figure. A nice size Hulk. He's not overly big, but he's very nice. Articulation on him, you have a nice ball joint that rotates around on his neck, as well as the neck rotates. The neck is actually kind of cool. It's got some nice detail on it. It's got a nice big muscular looking neck, which is pretty cool. He has a ball joint shoulder. He also has this joint which, there we go. If you guys can see that, it's got a hinge right there at the top, and it just kind of pops out a little bit. Doesn't look too weird. I think it actually looks pretty good, seeing as how, you know, he's a big muscular guy. Oh wow, this one, it actually goes all the way out. That's kind of crazy. I think it looks pretty good like that. He's got the big side muscles. I don't know about that big gaping hole like that, but I think if you pose him out like that, that's pretty sick looking. He's just got big bulky muscles. It's even got the shirt, you know, it goes out with it. It's very cool. And it can pop in too, so definitely looks badass like that. So definitely, some of those joints are kind of weird and too much, but I think this one works really nice. He has a ball jointed shoulder, the swivel at the bicep, single jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist, back and forward pivot at the wrist as well. You got all 4 finger joints on the hinge right there, as well as his thumb on the hinge that goes in and out. Same on the other hand. He does have a nice torso joint that rocks around to the side. Doesn't really go up and down too much, but on top of that, his waist does swivel as well. He has ball jointed hips, double jointed knees, a swivel at the calf there, back and forward pivot at the foot, side to side pivots, and toe joints. And of course, he has peg holes on the bottom of his feet, which, like I've said a million times, big figures really don't need peg holes, but it's nice that they're there for whatever reason you may want them. Just a badass figure. Again, I want to thank KJ Hulk for pointing this figure out to me, where I could get him for a good price. Definitely check out his channel. I'll put the link below. So yeah, I got the whole rest of the Hulk Classics line to swoop up. So if anybody has any insight of where you've seen this for cheap, or if you find it in a local store for cheap, pick it up for me. Let me know. Send me a message. I'll pay you for it. Or even if you just have an extra one lying around that you don't want anymore. Anyways, that was the Smart Hulk. Thanks for checking them out.